What's happening, guys? Wait a little bit. Some people to get in here. I hope my mic is sounding better. Should be. I might need to work on my beard a little bit. Work on the beard action. Let's get back here. Hello, Facebook user. How are you doing tonight? Facebook users back in the house. What's happening, guys? Libby is not with me. Tony fan club, welcome. Welcome to the house. All right, guys. So here we go. Brian, what's happening? A patron's in the house. That's it, guys. It is season 40, Winners at War, over. Does this sound funny? I don't know. Test. I don't know. I'll figure this mic thing out one day. So you can see I got wires all over the place. This thing was acting up on me. It is over. Winners at War. We have a new champion, Tony. One of the greatest performances. The thing that makes Tony so great is because it is two of the greatest performances out of, if you name the greatest performances in the history of the game, five, let's say five great performances. I'm not just talking about winners either. I'm talking about just straight out performance. Like I did season 19, season 20, in the bucket. Tony's performances, it was two of the greatest performances in the history of the game that he played. Two of them, not just one. He wasn't drugged to the end. The mic is garbage. This is a $600 mic. If it's garbage, then I'm not doing something right. Suddenlink is working. It's been working for a little while now. You see the name of that mic? If you say this mic is garbage and you don't know nothing about that, what that is, then you know nothing about mics. Just say. Sounds like a cell phone. I think it's because I don't have I'm supposed to have something else that I need to get that connects it to my board. I don't have that right now. So all I have is the mic. Yeah, this mic is, if you know anything about mics, you know what that is. And Trent says it sounds fine. They say it sounds fine to me. Appreciate it. Faith Ann. Mic sounds good. Okay. I still need to do a little different things to it, but one day I'll have a professional come up here and show me how to work these mics. Because it's surely not the mic. If you look at the mic, check this out. You look at it, look how it's shaped. Remember it. They got words right here in the middle. When you see other people like huge podcasters, huge radio personalities, this is the mic they're using. So at least I got a good mic. I just need to figure out how you take this thing off right here, and there's all kind of settings that I don't know anything about. So guys, we have a new winner of Survivor. I liked the finale. I thought it was one of the best finales I've ever watched. I really enjoyed it. The final the final three was amazing. Final five, Ben, he gave up his game. He quit. I don't care what anybody says, and you can get mad at me all you want. But Tony quit. Ben. Ben quit the game, and that's that, guys. He quit. What can you do? What can you say? He said, vote me out. Regardless of how touching you felt at the moment, regardless how you felt, no, that's just a great, honorable human move. It's not a human game. I keep saying that. It's not a place where you want to be like, okay, now it's time for me to take off my necklace and hand it to someone, even though I'm going to get voted out. Now, he didn't quit physically, but yes, he said, vote me out. And he didn't quit. He could have made it. He could have. If he would have stayed and he wouldn't have did that, you would have Mike sitting in the final three because you have Mike making fire after that. See what I'm saying? So you have Ben, Mike, where am I going with this? Like these names coming out of my head. So we have Ben making fire against Tony. So that makes Ben, let's say Ben beats Tony at fire making. All of a sudden, he's in the final three, and he's the one that took out Tony. Because if he wouldn't have said, vote me out to Sarah, then Michelle would have went home. Think about that. Am I wrong? Mike. No, I ain't thinking about Mike. I'm thinking of, I just got off the phone with Rodney, and we were talking about Mike Holloway. So that was just in my head. He's going to come on the podcast. Rodney's going to come on, and we're going to talk about the direction of the game and what's happening. He said he dominated his season, guys. So you can dominate a season and not win, by the way. Oh, just got a text from Shambo. Shambo's around. I will call you tomorrow whenever you'll be available. About 3. Enjoy. So I'm doing a top 100. If you haven't seen my trailer, and it's going to be legit, guys. It's going to be legit. I mean, we're doing it with previous survivors, kind of like the NFL Network does their stuff where you see the players and the players talk about other players. We're doing it like that. We already have players lined up tomorrow to start the process and getting this done. We're trying to get Shambo as one of the players that actually talk. She's hard to get. CBS can't even get Shambo. So we'll see if I can. So guys, I think it was a great season. Again, when they were talking about the final 3, giving them respect, you cannot say that every single one of those final 3 deserved. Now, no, they didn't deserve to beat Tony, okay? But you take Tony out the picture, you have a mad scramble for $2 million. If Natalie says, you know what I'm going to do? You sit there, and even if Michelle says, tell me what you think about this. What if Michelle says, you know what I'm going to do? Forget it. I'm going against him. Natalie, put me against him. I want to beat the best. I know he's going to win the game, but I'm going to be the one that takes him out. If she says that out loud where everybody can hear, then does Michelle have a better shot of winning? Yes, she has a better shot. Now, Natalie says, you know what, Jeff? I decided, yes, I have this around my neck for safety, but I've decided to lay this down, and she lays it on the ground, and I'm going against Tony myself. I just hand it to Michelle or something. Here, you can have it. I'm going against him. You know, if something like that would happen, she wins. She wins that challenge. She wins. If Natalie wins, if she did that, she wins the game. No doubt. I don't care what anybody says. She got 4 votes by not doing that. If she does that, she gets Amber and Rob's vote right there. Because Rob said that. What is that? 6 votes, just like that. That's what nobody else. That's what we know she would get. So she could have did it. She had a shot to do it. She didn't. I don't understand why she did that. So I'll tell you guys what we got going on right here, right now in the Patreon group. Certain groups get this. I mean, you get this if it's signed. Keep Hope Alive. But this is the interesting one, and this not everybody's getting this picture because this picture is super rare, and that's this one, signed by all the Hance brothers and Brandon. This is a super rare picture. Not everybody's getting it. I mean, the big boys are getting it. The king status and above, they're getting it. But I'll tell you what I do for you. The first 3 people, guys. Now, Amber, I know she's watching this, so make sure that you know, check out first 3 people. And you actually, by the way, I'm the one that hired a photographer for this picture. There's no pictures like this in the world. None. And the first 3 people that become patrons, and that's all I'm going to do it for, because I only made 25 of them. First 3 people make that joins, no matter what it is. After you clear the first month, I'll send you one of these. And you know how hard it is for me to get everybody together to even sign this? I had to run around I know where they live. I was running around all day yesterday getting this done. So who's going to get these pictures in the Patreon group right now is king status and higher. That's $50 and higher. That's major. And the reason I'm doing that is because they deserve that. You can't say they don't deserve that. They deserve it. And I'm going to use it to entice other patrons to become patrons. We're also having a cruise that we're booking, starting a book tomorrow. Now, this is the Patreon, guys. This is what I do for my Patreon page. We're booking a cruise. All the patrons, of course, I'm not paying for everybody, but they know that. But we're going to have 5 survivors that are going to be there. The confirmed ones, I haven't asked Kelly Wentworth, but I'm going to ask her. Libby, of course, and Michelle from this season. Seems like she's going to be going. 2 other survivors, and it's all going to be about the patrons all going to book there. We already have 10 people confirmed that's going, the patrons. What is happening here? As I'm talking, we already have 10 confirmed patrons that's going. You have a year to pay for it. You can put as little as $100 down on this book, and I make nothing from this. This is just a cruise for the Patreon group, and we're gonna go have a hell of a time. I'm booking they have specialty. If you've been on cruises before, they have specialty dinners, and I'm dining. I am paying. The Russell Hance show is gonna be paying for one of the dinners where everybody sits there. Probably ain't gonna better all sit at one table, but in one room, we all sit there together and we have dinner together. We all go to the same excursions in Mexico, in Jamaica and Mexico. We all go to the same $50, drink all you want, eat all you want excursions together, and we party together. So that's happening in my Patreon group. If you want to be part of that, the Patreon group, come out there, be a part of the show. We just started. Survivor's over, but we're not over just quite yet. We ain't going to be over for a while. So, yeah, that's happening. And you can go on the cruise if you want. Yeah, of course. You don't have to be a patron to go on this cruise, but guess what? You won't be you don't get to go to the dinner. You won't know exactly where we're going and exactly where we will be. Every single patron, we're going to have the text, a group text, finding out where everybody is at all times. So when we go to the shows, when we go to the comedy shows, we can all kind of do it together. So I want to do that for the patrons once a year. And I want to have different survivors that do it once a year. And the first three, like I said, get this. And a picture of me. But this one, man, this was hard, I'm telling you. You can't get this picture. Sean from Flipped Off, A&E, Willie, Big Brother, Brandon, Big Survivor twice, and me. Keep hope alive. What do I think about Hatch trashing Probst? That's weird to me. You want to play again, that's the one person you don't want to trash. I wonder why it's red. I wonder why that's usually like when they pay like $100 or something, it's red. You got a good color, man. You got a good color. So, Michael, I'm trying to see right now if he can. Can you bring me the computer real quick so I can check? So what I do is I have another computer and I check and see, so I can see if who the first three is. Patrons, doesn't matter what you joined, but you have to clear, which means you have to stay in there to where I see that your card clears. Be honest with you. I'm giving away 3 of the brother pictures for the first 3 patrons. Then I would do. I have a few of them here, but I want to do all of them because I need them. I need them for my patrons, for the 50 and above. But my $50 members, my king status and above, they understand. They know what's happening. We're getting a bigger group. We're getting excited. Do this so I can keep track just in case. Yeah, I don't know why you would dog Probst. You know, it's just a bad thing to do. So on the cruise, nobody yet, because I can see. On the cruise, we are, you know, these Survivor games. No, I didn't even know that they had one. Is it new? Nintendo DS has a Survivor game. That's cool. Am I on it? So I think that it's getting it. I had this season in my top 11, to be honest with you. Nope, I don't even know who that is, man. I didn't watch the Australian version of Survivor. So on my y'all can ask me questions. I'll go as it comes here when I see it. But we have the top 10 greatest survivors. That's coming out on my YouTube channel. That's going to be super professional. If you see the trailer, you see what I'm talking about. We're going to have previous survivors talking. Like I said, man, got something in my throat. Something in my throat. You see, when people say stuff like this, guys, it makes me think you don't know what you're talking about, Luke. I ain't gonna lie. When you say stuff like that, it's like Ben is a top 3 best winners, especially when it was given to him on a platter. It makes me think you don't watch Survivor. James. I know James personally before season 20. I knew of him. He even worked for me before, but we had a staff in a nightclub. I didn't really know that many people that was like the bouncers and stuff because I had the manager hiring and they would just come and go and I would see him as I come in the door and things like that. But I didn't know James as me and him were boys or anything like that. I just knew of him and I knew, yeah, James from China. And I knew that he was a hell of a football player, but we never had I can't remember even having a conversation with James before season 20. So people thought we knew each other and we didn't. We obviously didn't know each other that well. I just talked about that a little bit, Anna. Throwing away his game. That's exactly what he did. I'm glad you see it that way. A lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people think it's honorable. It was an honorable thing for him to do. Like, he has a family too. His family's sitting at home. I mean, I know they won $1 million, but that $1 million doesn't last long, believe me. Nobody can join this stream, Brian. This isn't on the Patreon page. This is my Q&A. I know sometimes Brandon comes on here, but I like to focus and answer you guys' questions. So yeah, we're going on a big cruise, guys. It's going to be crazy. The people that I want to be there, Libby, Kelly, Kelly will probably come, Kelly Wentworth, Andrea. I'm going to try to get Andrea to go because that's friends with Libby. And it's all girls. It's going to be all girls, all ladies. Ain't that right, Cameron? It's all ladies. Because 90% of my Patreon is dudes. The last thing we need is Malcolm to be sitting around there getting all the girls' attentions when my patrons are going to want to talk to these ladies too. Libby is my co-host, so she doesn't really need to be a Patreon. She is, though. Matter of fact, I talked to her today and I told her to add herself to the group or to ask to be added. See if she did that yet. Libby just not. She's not good at her phone stuff. She'll answer every time I call, but she terrible at texting. I'm sure you know ladies like that, and guys like that, for that matter. But people just don't like to text. So you want to be part of that. If you want to be part of, we're going to try to go on a cruise with the Patreon group once a year. I don't know why people like Rob C don't do that. You know what I mean? He has thousands of Patreons. I want you like book a cruise, like throw a cruise out there, take a year and say, hey guys, this cruise has 50 available. You need to go right now and book it because these cruises, you put $100 down, you can pay on it, and you pay what, $500 a person if it's not a balcony. You pay $700-800 a person maybe, but you have all year to pay it. It's almost like paying a credit card or something. Just put a little here on it and a little there on it. I wonder why Rob doesn't do that. He does some things for his patrons, and he has little parties and stuff. But this is the ultimate party. The Russell Hantz Show is presenting a cruise to Mexico and to Jamaica. Cozumel. This mic. Test. It's weird. I ain't doing something right with the Mike business guys. Oh, did you just say he sells tickets to his shows? Rob? I don't know, I lost it. So I guess Rob sells tickets to his shows once a year or something? Nah. You buy a ticket to my show, you end up on a 7-day cruise. Gives out tickets to his live show. Rob C gives well, I'm just saying 7-day cruise sounds a lot better than sitting in an audience. I mean, they may even let me have a room to where we can do a live show on the cruise. Like, talking to everybody. If we have enough people, that would be really fun to do. The survivors up there, we're all talking. I can get 4 of them on this board here. And then I'll finally have somebody there that probably know how to mess with my mic and they can fix it for me. So everybody does their little thing. I think this is the ultimate one, though. So Fair Play does it. It's only $75 for VIP. Yeah, I know he does it, but I just want to do something big. Something nice. So, guys, this will be the last live I do when it comes to Survivor. I'm probably going to keep doing lives, but it's going to be once a month. My patrons get lives once a week or whenever I go on there. I don't have it scheduled really. And this is actually going straight to the Patreon page. So they're watching it from the page, not from YouTube channel. Okay, let me see. Manscaped will sponsor. They got a lot of people that are starting to call us for different types of sponsors. I think that's going to be interesting to see how we're going to do that now. You're late to the party. So ultimately, if I'm going to name a few people that did terrible this season, then and they're dealing with their gameplay, whether you hate this or not, I think the really bad game players that actually was trying to play the game would be Rob. I think his gameplay was terrible this year. And that's why he was voted out, because of his aggressive gameplay. I think that Kim had a bad gameplay. Ben, his gameplay sucked. And Wendell. I think those people with their gameplay, and Parvati. Parvati didn't even play the game. At least people like Adam played the game. You say Ben and Kim for sure, but why wouldn't you say Rob? Even if you're a Rob fan, guys, why wouldn't you say Rob? He was out before them, plus he was out way before them, plus he was out because he was so bullying and aggressive. So just because you like the guy doesn't mean he didn't play a bad game, because he did. That was a terrible game. If I was going to say who played the worst game, it would be Rob. And then Tyson goes in and he plays aggressively right off the bat. Not aggressive like Rob would, but he played aggressive somewhat. Then he gets voted out. Then he comes back and he stays calm for 3 days or so. And he skips that vote. Like that vote, he didn't get sent home. Then he plays exactly like he played before. They got him voted out and gets voted out again. So we've seen a lot of, even though it was a good season, we've seen a lot of bad gameplay. Jeremy, I mean, his gameplay was all over the place. He didn't, he didn't stick to any one person. Even the people handing him idols. Back in the day when we used to hand someone an idol, that was a big deal. They appreciated that. Now it's like I'm gonna vote you out next. Yeah, I know you just gave me that idol, but I'm voting you out. So Jeremy wasn't loyal to Denise. Look at the list here. I was like, man, if Kim would have actually aligned with Jeremy and Denise back when she could have, and she sided with Tony and Sandra at that point, then she would have did the right move. That was the right move, aligning with that solid alliance of Denise and Jeremy. Denise is, then all of a sudden they become a team. Then Denise switches gears and she aligns herself with Sarah and Tony. But back in the day, if Kim would have actually did that, she would have took control of the game right there. That was her moment. Because look what happens. Kim goes home. Jeremy goes home, the one I just said he should align with. Nick goes home, then Denise goes home. That's the gang right there that should have aligned together. And they didn't. You got to respect Adam and the way he played the game because he really played a hard game. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's a crybaby or not, he did play a good game. Diego in the house, patron. I know sometimes I don't see y'all, but here he's even a member on the Facebook page, so I'll put that one up. You can just click on member on the Facebook page. It's like $1.99, and then I could see when I see that little. As you see Diego there, he's green and he has a little symbol there. That's what you get where I can see your question. New patron, it says. I'll be the judge of that. Yes, it is a new patron. Congratulations, Brandy. You will receive the first one. There's only 2 left that gets this picture, but you have to clear. It has to clear. You're going to get this picture. I'll be putting it in the mail. My son is going to be the one that asks you your address. Don't forget to join the Facebook Patreon page. Go to the Russell Hantz Patreon group Facebook page. Ask to join. If you're not a patron, we can't accept you guys. You have to be a patron. This is the new patron in the house. I'm gonna send you that picture. Guys, this picture alone is worth $150 because none exist. Or $100. If one of us dies, if I die, it's worth all kind of money. You see? Even more because I just said it. So if our ship sinks like the Titanic. Okay. My son is gonna be one messaging y'all, but don't forget to join the Russell Hantz Patreon group Facebook page. BC you was that was a patron of BCL Company. I remember that. So the fire tokens, guys. Fire tokens. That was you. I talked to Rodney from the Dirty 30 season today, just now. Matter of fact, I was late. I wanted to do this at 8, and I was late because I was on the phone with him, walking back and forth outside, sweating. And we were talking about, he was like, man, it's crazy now. There's fire tokens, there's idle nullifiers, there's this, there's that. You have to adapt to that. And we're going to do a show, and I'm going to tell them that during the show. Yes, it's harder. Don't die. I'm going to try not to, Robert. I'm going to try to stay healthy. But you have to adapt to all that stuff. You have to adapt to the nullifiers. You have to adapt to, you can't say that's not Survivor, because it is now. Survivor's new. It's new. And to Jeff, it's improved. New and improved. I hate the nullifiers. You don't think I hate the nullifiers? Like, I'm an idle type kind of guy. And by the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to Hance Nation, it's free. You go there, you click on the little subscription button, and then you can see Brandon. He's trying hard. He's working on interviews and doing his thing. Then you can see what he's doing. See what I'm saying? You can see what he's doing. You click on it, you subscribe on his page, and then he gets a tattoo. If he gets 1,000 subscribers, he's going to do a tattoo of the Russell Hance logo on his armpit. And by the way, tons of patrons, Brandon, wants to come fly in early when we go on our cruise, and to get you, like 3 or 4 of them, like, I'm coming in early and I'm getting Brandon to tattoo me. So, like, that's what their plans are. It's not till next year, but people want to fly in early and get Brandon to tattoo them. So I think that's pretty cool. The 16-year-old thing, what is up with that? Does anybody know anything about that 16? I am confused about that, and I'm not sure if I like that. I'm going to text. I'm going to text a casting agent right now, and I'm going to say, where is it? There it is. My son will be 16 very soon. Wink face. All right, see that? Bam. Connections. That guy, guys, I've been right. I know you know him, Cameron. That guy that does Barstool thing, that David guy, man, that guy's, yeah, I can see how he's successful. He's on point. He is funny. So yeah, I just text casting saying, oh, by the way, you want a 16-year-old? My son's about to be 16. So I don't know what the deal is with that 16 thing. And it's a little weird to me. I hope it's not, I hope that they don't jump the shark on that one. I hope it's not some type of which I think it's going to be some type of Zoom Survivor for 16 to 18-year-olds, that type of thing. I don't know. I have no clue, guys. So don't take that with a grain of salt for sure. But I don't like that they're going to be naming Survivor. I know we're living in a new world. I don't like to think that. I know we do, but I hope everything gets completely back to Survivor and back to normal without wearing the mask, without none of that crap. Because I don't want to say, oh, from now on we're gonna have to stay 6 feet apart, and from now on we're gonna have to always wear these masks. Everybody washes their hands. I know it's healthy to always wash your hands, but if I don't want to wash my damn hands, I'm not going to. I'm 47 years old and I ain't washed my hands ever. Oh no, Brandon, they're talking about 16-year-olds can apply for Survivor for some reason, whatever that means. Jeff said in the live show, if you're 16, go apply. And everybody's like, wait, what? Oh, we got a new Chancey's in the house. We got Chancey, a new Patreon. Oh, we got 3. That's it, guys. Mr. Perry. What is that, Sean? Sean. So we got our 3, Brandy, Chancey, Mr. Perry, Sean, Chair Perry. That's it, guys. I mean, you still can be a patron. But and go on the cruise and and know about what's happening with the cruise. When you're a patron, if you guys are here that just joined, go to the Facebook group, the Patreon page Facebook group. I don't know if Denise is here to add you. Brandy did it. Chancey's not asked to be added, and Sean Perry has not asked to be added. Now, Brandy, you are now a patron. You should be in the group. You have to be asked to be added to the Facebook page, the Facebook group. So I'm looking at now. It's the Russell Hant Show Patreon group. I got to add you to that. That's where the action happens, by the way. Once you're a patron, you get to be in this group, and that's when everybody talks and all the stuff goes down, and we talk about the cruises and what we're going to do. I'm going to do something every year. This is the first year we're doing it, and we're doing it big. We're going to have 5 survivors with us. I invited Brandon, but he can't come. He might decide to come later. I don't know. Becky's in the house. She's a patron. We invited her to the party, but she declined. A patron that declined the Russell Hant Show cruise. We're going to have flyers. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have a good time. Everybody's excited. Diego's probably going. I can see Diego go. Napoleon Dynamite. We have a Napoleon Dynamite in the Patreon page. Where is he? Brian. There he is. This is our Napoleon Dynamite right here. We have one. And he wants to be on Survivor. And I'm like, hey, man, grow your hair like Napoleon. Do it, man. Do it. I know it jumped up on me. I know Cameron's going for sure. This is going to be fun, guys. Straight fun on that group. And like I said, you can, if you want to guess what group we're going to be on, you know, let's guess what cruise they're going to be on. It's not going to be a public thing. It's only going to be on the Patreon page. We're going to push it as the the Russell Hantz Show. I'm going to try to get a special room in there so we can actually do a podcast live on a ship, which is pretty dang cool. I'm thinking right now we probably have about 15 people, 15 rooms that we'll have. Oh, we have another patron in the house. What is that? Cottingham. Mr. Cottingham. How you doing? When I get off of here, guys, I'm going to attend to you guys that just became Patreons. New patron in the house. I will go. Let me see if these guys. Let's see if y'all are actually doing what I tell you to do. One more. Mr. Cottingham, you approved. Bam, you're in the group. So we have 2 people, Mr. Perry and Cheney. Y'all gotta ask to be added. Yo, Aunt Libby is 28, baby. Bam. 20. She's not a baby. But we're just friends. We're just friends. Libby's a really cool girl. She don't get it twisted. Sometimes you girls may get jealous because somebody's so pretty, and you guys are shy to approach someone so pretty. But man, they have some girls like that's just legit. And trust me, I've been around beautiful women, dated, went on dates with, and crap. It's different when you have a good personality. And I'm a single guy, and no matter how pretty my co-host is, I will be a single guy for a while. I'm not looking for a relationship, guys. I'm too busy focused on you guys. That's what I do. I mean, I go outside. I lost my wallet today. Lost my wallet. I don't know where it is. I have no clue. Where's Russell Hantz's wallet? I can find items. I can't even find my wallet. Because I'm too busy doing all this stuff. I put it down somewhere and I don't know where it went. I have no clue. I didn't cancel, but I can press a little button and put all my cards on stop or block or whatever. So, you see me stressing about it? I lost my credit cards. I lost my license. Lost everything. I ain't stressing about it. The show still goes on. BCL, are you even a member anymore? What happened? What did I do? Okay, cruise line is leaving Galveston. So you have to get to Galveston. Some of you may be hanging out together, stay together. We could either put rooms together with other members, or you can go with your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever. Not your side piece. Don't come with your side piece. Because we just don't want to see a relationship break up. Yeah, Brandon. Last time I had it was at your dad's house. Yeah, I thought maybe I left it at your house, but I'm like, no. Because I went to your dad's and I went to go buy some pins. That's the next place I got to call, Walgreens. You'll stay with Libby. I bet you will. It's going to be Libby and Michelle from Survivor 40, Winners at War, staying in the same room. Would you like to be, how much would you pay to be the third person in that room? You can have a 3-person room. Just saying. Maybe we'll auction that off. Who's going to get that third bed in Michelle and Libby's room? You found my Walgreens wallet? I need to call them people. I'm been too busy with all this stuff. Are you gonna fly, Brandon? I think Cameron, were you the one of the ones that wanted a tattoo from Brandon? When you come, he's good. He used to not be good. Brandon, he would say that himself, but he's solid. He's getting really good at tattooing. That's because practice makes perfect, guys. And he's good. So just count yourself being the lucky ones now. You wasn't the ones he practiced on, so you now actually get the good stuff. If you can't drive, fly, man. Can't be that hard. I was gonna invite Wendell, but then I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking, because I was like, oh, we can get. I forgot who I was telling, Denise. I was like, you can get, that's somebody that helps out with the Russell Hantz show. But I'm like, we can get Michelle, and then Libby. We get maybe Kelly Wentworth, and yeah, I would be super cool with Wendell going. I think I'm gonna call Wendell too. And she was like, I don't know, Michelle. And I'm like, oh yeah, Michelle. Oh no, I can't do that. I forgot about that. She already ended up by being on an island with him. I don't know who this is. Is this Denise? Oh, Angela. So we're not going to have Wendell there with Michelle. We're not going to do that to Michelle again. Oh, okay. We're not going to do that. So we decided, oh, Shambo would be nice to bring. But if Shambo would go. my house is an hour away from Galveston, man. I gotta drive two. The only bad thing about when you go on a cruise and you drive, it's not over. You got to drive all the way back home. You fly, you still, okay, get you to the airport. And we'll probably drive some of the, we ain't going to be able to drive everybody, but we can drive some people to the airport. I'm going to have to drive that way and bring probably some of the survivors. So we have 4 new patrons up in his hill. See if they listening. We had 2 people that listened. Still not asked to be a member of the page. It can't help you if you're not a member of this page. Yeah, you're a patron, but you don't really get. We monitor this, the Facebook group. We monitor this, the Russell Hantz Show patron group. When you're in the patron page, when you join, yes, you get to hear the secret stuff what I did with Rob C. I did a podcast with him. This stuff, some stuff with everything else I'll drop on the podcast. But the private patron page gets just the private stuff. But that's not where all the action happens on the Facebook group, the Russell Hantz Show patron group. Got to go to the group and ask to be added. Well, we can't, we're just looking at your name, and I'm going to have to message Mr. Perry here in Chauncey. I have to message you. I got to message you. So we're going to message you, and then I got to say, hey, don't forget to be added to we're going to put that on the Patreon group. We got all kind of stuff happening on that too. Got a video that I did, we'll put up there. Rob C. already did a podcast with me. And it's private. It's only on the Patreon group page. So And I know everybody would want to hear the Rob C. It would promote my show, the Russell Hantz Show. Yes, put Rob C. public. I know that. But I like to give stuff special. Cameo called me. Russell, will you please do Cameo? You can make this kind of money. Everybody wants to hear the. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to offer it to the Patreons that support me directly and to support the Russell Hantz Show. So I turned it down like 4 different times. That I'm not doing that because if one of my members, long-term members, call me and say, "Hey, it's my grandmother's birthday. She loves you," or this or that, I'm like, "Hey, put her on the phone. What's her phone number?" You know, instead of a message, she'll get a phone call from me. I will 100% do that type of things for my page, for my especially for my OG Patreons. And everybody will be an OG later on, but you got to earn your badges, man. You got to earn your stripes. Got Robert in the house. Man, we're going to have a blast on that cruise. I know it's a year from now, but Monday we're going to know the information, guys. This goes directly to my Patreon page. So now I'm talking to them. The Facebook page, the Facebook group. So Monday we'll know more about the cruise. It's going to be something. So we got 4 new Patreons, and I don't like it when I promised this for the first 3. I did, but I like the loyalty. I want the more loyal ones. You can't afford 10, do 5. You can afford more, do more. If you want to support more, do it. If you can't, if you don't want to, then don't. But I like the ones that's loyal, that's going to stay the long term. I'd rather get someone loyal give me, $300 right now and just not even a part of it. I'd much rather someone loyal at 5. Might not make sense to you right now. Sure makes sense to me in the long run. Is BCL Brian? I don't think so. Who are you though? The new patrons right here in the house. We welcome you. Thanks for the support. Get ready for some fun. Get ready for some fun. Oh, it's Napoleon Dynamite's Facebook page. Man, you gotta listen to me when I talk about. I'm telling you, you start watching Napoleon Dynamite. Order you a Vote for Pedro T-shirt. Get your hair like that, and do your Survivor tape like Napoleon Dynamite. Because you already have, you almost sound like him already. So you could really sound like him. Just do the draw that he has. I don't know if that would work, Brandon. Let's see. What do you think about this? Don't let different races play Survivor. So I don't know if that would work. You gotta just let them all play and let them fight. They like the fights. Brandon needs 1,000 subscribers, guys, so we can watch him get the tattoo. We have 112 Patreons. 112. How many does Fair Play have? Let's see. Let's see how many Fair Play has. I'll have to check. He don't have 111, does he? Don't tell me I passed him. Don't tell me I passed him. He has 116. Bam, I'm coming. I've been doing this. You guys know I've been solidly doing this for 2.5 months. The distance of Survivor, however long Survivor was. And this is how we've been. How dare he have 16? 116. It's a friendly competition. I'm the only one involved in that competition, but it helps you drive for anything like that. Any friendly type of competitiveness, it just helps the show for me. It helps me drive more, focus more. Like me trying to catch Fair Play. I know I can't catch Rob. Kim, that's not good. You got to let your husband see you. So they just did a live. We had two of our patrons, one of the OGs, he's in the house now, Scott. They did it live, Scott Webster. Yeah, he remembers when it was just a podcast. And it wasn't that good of one. I mean, it was a good podcast, but I wasn't focused. And Scott was right there with me. There's Corey in the house. Kim's in the house. He's all the patrons are coming now. You were an OG, but you left us. You left us high and dry, Brian. So you guys, what do y'all think about who puts this season in their top 10? I actually, if I had to lay it down, guys, I'm gonna put it at number 5. I kind of have to. Y'all about to be putting my son to work. He's gonna be the one that message you on he's in control of the Patreon. Actually, I have his computer and he does all that. He gets paid for it. So top 3, same solid 5, at least top 10. I can go with that. I can go with top 10. Top 3 easy. I don't know how easy top 3. I mean, 7 to 8. I get it. You can that's definitely something you can say. Oh, we have another one. Golly, faster than I am. I got the computer right here open in my face. And I can't see it. You see it before I seen it. So we have a new patron in the house. Let me see if she went to the Patreon page. Is it a she? Yes. Yes. Finally. We got what? Probably 80% guys, at least. She probably already added her. She's already added. Facebook user, stand by. Today we're going to talk about the Love Doctor. To me, it sounds good. To me, it sounds good in my mic. It sounds beautiful, crisp. But some people say it's not. I hear a little something's off. Just, yeah. Come on. So I'm gonna fix it. I think I know what's wrong with the mic. It's gonna get fixed. Make sure you're added. Denise, we have to put that video up because no one, maybe 25% of the people that actually join the Patreon page They don't add their self. Oh, there she is. Bam, got her. We got to thank these people. I know you're doing a lot right now, but we got to. How many patrons? How many we got now? We catching them? We ain't gonna catch him tonight, are we? He has 116. Johnny Fairplay, the Love Doctor, has. I just said it. I just said what he has. And I already don't know. 116. We have one. We need 3 to tie fair play. Catching. It's like watching a race. I love races. We have to race, Brandon. Catching them. And I know he looks at mine too, because he told me, he's like, how do you have 24 patrons? I'm like, well, this is when I had only 24. It's really freaking out now. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you don't do nothing. You ain't did a podcast since a year and a half ago. I'm like, most of my stuff that I do is on the Facebook page. Like, I'll go live on the Facebook page. We come together. We'll have 4 patrons. We have patrons that talk live on the Facebook page. It's all kind of stuff. We have the cruise being planned on the Patreon page for the patrons. If we can get 50 patrons to go on that cruise, that boat will be our boat. That'd be our boat. And I think we can. I think we're going to end up having about 50 rooms. I'll go to the captain and say, hey, we got 50 rooms. I got 50 rooms on this boat. 50 rooms. My audio is rubbish. That's because I don't have I think I know what it is. You hook it to the mic, because this mic is a $600 Shure mic. It's something I'm doing wrong. Got the mic set up wrong. I don't know. It's my fault. It's not the equipment's fault. That's for sure. Because this is the same mic Joe Rogan uses. And when you say, oh, your audio is rubbish, when you see this, then obviously you don't know anything about sound. Because if you see this mic, if you just look at it, anybody that knows what they're talking about and knows anything about sound knows this mic by looking at it like this. You look at this mic sideways, anybody that knows anything knows this is the top of the line mic. So when you say, it's just, I don't know how to set up the damn mic. I don't know they got little buttons back here. I'd show it to you. I'd take this plate off. And I don't know how to set them damn buttons up. I need to get somebody to fix that. Change the sound to the mic, not webcam. It's on the mic. It's on the mic. It's rubbish. No, I'll get it fixed. Anybody that's been paying attention to my show, they know that, man, I got a board here. I got 2 Macs. This one has 1 terabyte. I bet you none of you have that. Is that rubbish? This is the new Mac. I got all kind of wires everywhere. Trying to learn this crap. Still can't get it right. I'll figure it out. My input is your webcam, not your. I don't think is my webcam's not picking up anything because it's all directly, it's going to the board. This mic doesn't go to the computer. This mic, the board is Bluetooth to the Rodecaster Pro. This mic is directly hooked to the Rodecaster Pro, which is another big piece of machinery that I know nothing about. So I'm trying to learn how to sound better, and I hear some fuzz in the background. I do. I ain't gonna lie. And then I try this. Watch. Try all kind of things. This. What is this? That's not it. I don't know what's going on here. This is in here. It's connected to that. Where's this one? This. See, I'm trying. I'll hook this one up. Number 2. Bet you never had this experience when you listen to a show. Now take this out. Now. Is that better? That might be better. Yes? No? I got all these wires. Look. All these wires that I know nothing about. So, I mean, I'm trying to learn. And if anybody that knows directly what's happening with my show, they know that I'm trying to learn. Sounds better? They know that I'm giving it my all. But I think I need to get, it's called a, I'm just seeing text now. Where's Rob? That sounds good. That sounds better in my head. But it always sounds good in my head. Again, guys, if y'all haven't seen the YouTube work, the fancy video that I did, use your webcam. I mean, if I use my webcam, I'd have to take it all off of the board. Appreciate that, man. That's for a cold one later, baby. Right there from John. I'm trying my best with the mic thing, the whole mic thing. It should sound amazing, not okay, too. Should be like, man, your mic sounds good. Because, I mean, it's supposed to be good. I mean, geez. Stuff drives me crazy. And I lost my wallet. Don't know where my wallet is. I already canceled the cards. Didn't cancel them, but put them on holds. Now you can block that stuff. Go to the input setting. Turn on the webcam. I'm not going to do that right now. No telling what would happen if I did that right now. I'm not, I don't think I could be an actor. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, as long as if I start turning things off and turning things on, then I'm gone. I'll be like disappear. But I tell you, Denise, 125, that's the goal. 125 this month. That was my goal. 30,000 subscribers this month and 125 patrons. I'm not doing adult films. That's for sure. Michael, we got 5. 5. But I'll tell you when I get off. We'll contact everybody that's become that are new to the Patreon page. See if we have anybody that's asking to be joined. When you do join in the Patreon page, you want to go to the Russell Hantz Show Patreon group and ask to be joined there. Because like I say, all the action happens there. There's our information. We're trying to catch Fair Play. Fair Play has 116, and we have 113. It's happening. It's happening. Again, if you wasn't here to talk about the cruise, we are going on a cruise with the Patreon page. We're going to have a special dinner that the Russell Hantz Show takes care of. They got specialty. It's free to eat everywhere except for specialty dinners. The Russell Hantz Show is going to have a specialty dinner with all the patrons, and we're going to take care of that. We're going to all sit there and have fun, like a big family with 4 or 5 previous survivors, one including Michelle, Winners at War, season 40. And Libby, of course. Try to get Kelly Wentworth on there. These are fun people too, so I'm talking about getting somebody on that cruise that's just boring. Boring. So we have 113. Need 3 more patrons. And it's been an hour and 17 minutes. The cruise is out of Galveston, heading to Cozumel, Jamaica, places like that. I don't know how you're going to get there, Scott. But you got to try. Get your visa, fly to the United States. That's a hell of that'd be an expensive trip. It costs you $2,500 just to fly here and there. But then you get to get on a cruise. It would be the best thing probably that's happened in a long time for you. I answer some questions. Looking for question marks. I see some statements. I don't know. How much does Jeff make a year? I seriously think he makes like $15 million an episode. Really? Yes. I think so. The house series will come back. I just haven't been doing too much with the house only because I haven't been going to Home Depot or Lowe's. Everybody's going to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I just didn't want to go there. Just staying a little bit safer, that's all. I watched the Ponderosa stuff. Yes, I did. I thought it was very interesting. I watched all of it. I like that kind of footage. So I enjoyed watching that. We got 4 patrons. We need 3 more. Yes, I'm trying to interview season 40 contestants. First thing I'm trying to do is get permission, which I can get interviews without getting permission. But I'm trying to get permission. We got 5 patrons. Wow. That's the most I've ever got in one day, actually. So I'm trying to, and they're solid ones too. The numbers I like. I've asked CBS directly, not Survivor, not SCG. I asked CBS, can I interview some of the cast? Now, year after year, I asked, and they've been telling me no. So if they tell me no or they don't answer, I'm trying to do this the right way, permission, but I'm going to interview them because I want to interview them. And I know none of them are under contract. I know that. No one, I haven't asked anybody yet. Has anyone declined? Nope, not yet. Because I'm not going to ask someone that's going to decline. I know Rob's not going to do an interview with me. Amber's not going to do an interview with me. Sandra's not going to do an interview with me. I get that. But I want to interview people like Tyson. I want to interview Parvati. I want to interview Tony. I want to interview Adam. Good stories, What was he thinking? So we have a lot going on. A lot's going to happen. I'm definitely interviewing Tony. That's a for sure. I'm waiting for things. I know his plate is full. I haven't even messaged him yet. So guys, check out the 100 survivors I'm doing. We're taking this serious. We're doing really good stuff with it. We are interviewing survivors. They will be talking about other survivors, and it's going to be put together very well. If you see the trailer, then you'll understand how well it's put together. It looks really good. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour and 23 minutes. I got to take care of these new patrons that just came in. I appreciate you guys for listening. I wouldn't understand if you haven't subscribed at this point. I mean, everybody in here, there's 162 people in here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'm like, what? Why? What? Come on. Subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys can know when I do these. You'll know immediately when I do it. You'll be notified and you can come on and check it out. Because I'm not doing it once a week any longer because Survivor's over. I'll come on here randomly, probably every 3 weeks or so. I'll come live, do a Q&A. I might have a guest, a Q&A with a guest. I'm sure Libby would love to come on and answer some of you guys' questions and not talk Survivor, just straight up answer questions. That's kind of fun sometimes. And we'll do that. But if you don't know, then you don't know. You need to hit the bell so you can be notified when this happens. What if I decide to do one with Tony and you miss it? A Q&A with Tony. Just saying, you might miss that if you don't hit the bell. So come on in, become a patron, come party on the cruise with us. That is happening. As soon as I put out the cruise, as soon as I put it out, guys, it's going to fill up. When it fills up, that's it. I'm going to tell the patrons, hey, this fills up. Not even you guys are going to be able to get on it. It's going to be over. Done. So Monday, which is coming soon, today's Friday, we're going to put out, I'm talking to my girl that's taking care of it Monday. So she's finding out it's going from Galveston to Cozumel and that route. 7 days. You know, if you're part of the Patreon group, you'll know where it is and when it is. By the time you guys find out if you're not a patron, you're not going to be able to book it. It's going to have 5 or 6 survivors on it. Probably 5, 2, maybe 6, because depending on who wants a room with who, we're going to auction off a room. The third bed in Michelle from 40 and Libby's room, we auction off that bed. No. We're not auctioning off that bed. That's funny jokes, though. That's some funny jokes. Yes, sale. We auction off the one in between Michelle and Libby. We auction that bed off. The bed ain't for me. I'm gonna be busy working. I bet you Wendell would. Oh, I don't know about that. I bet you he would want part of that room. Maybe not. I don't know. How'd it go with Libby and Wendell on their season? Must not liked each other. Never really asked her. So, all right, guys. And you want to be part of the group? When I get off here, become a patron, and I'll contact you in just a second. We got to take care of these new patrons. I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, this is the last one I'm doing for a while. Probably 3 weeks from now, I may come on. Make sure you know when I do come on by hitting that notification bell. And then I'll talk to you guys later. What? Maybe we'll have a second opinion. Oh, I wouldn't auction off nothing unless she knew about it. Trust me. I'm not just going to be like, oh, by the way, some stranger's going to be sleeping next to you. I just wanted you to know that I made a little bit of money off of you. No, I would definitely ask him before I would do something. First of all, I wouldn't do something like that because I think that would be a little too dangerous unless I knew the person personally. I still wouldn't want to do that. You know, you got to be safe with these types of situations. So, but yes, if that was some sort of situation like that, similar to that, she would know before I would ask you guys. So anyway, all right, guys, see you later, and keep hope alive. Bet you get that bed next to Libby and Michelle, but you won't.